I kind of fucked up the filming.
All right, we're back. It's been a while. Hope everyone's been good. Happy New Year. We're right at College Park right now. We're actually just a street away from the College Park Outdoor 11 Stair, which we're gonna get into once it's actually springtime. But today we're gonna be focusing on the indoor 10 stair, which I think this is probably one of the best indoor 10 stairs in the entire city, especially just the way it looks and everything like that. Let's head inside and jump right in. Let's go. No shoes, no shirts, no service. The spot is located right at College and Yonge Street, so it's pretty easy to get to. You can actually take the TTC. It takes you right underground here, and then you just make your way up, and you don't even got to go back outside. This building is actually a event center. It's a wedding venue, so it's pretty cool. There's a lot of history around it, and then there's also a food court as well as like a mall underneath as well. So you can get heavy foot traffic in here at certain times of the day. I always love the look of this thing. The rail isn't skatable at all. You have this giant knob at the bottom. But it's cool, just the way it's designed, like it's like a double shotgun rail. If this wasn't here, this would actually be really sick to skate. People have skated over it. Shout out to Majam, he did ollie over it back in the day. Look at this 10 stair, perfect like white marble ground. It's got like these black strips that are like kind of like a grip tape that go across each stair. If we come up to the top, you have it right at the pop as well, which doesn't actually like affect you when you're actually skating the spot or anything like that, but it is at the top there, so if I was to skate it, I would want to pop before it, just to kind of avoid like any friction or whatever. You have run up for days. They do have a carpet down here right now. I'm not too sure if that's just for the winter time to dry for shoes, and they got the wet floor signs and everything, so try to avoid a lawsuit and not have anyone slipping in here. Because I remember when people are skating the spot, there isn't a carpet here unless they actually are pulling it up off the ground. There might be some B-roll clips of people actually pulling the carpet like they used to do at CPC 7 and other spots like that. And look how much room you have, so that's why the tricks that have gone down are actually realistic, despite how big this 10 stair actually is. Before we get into any of the tricks though, just want to shout out Jeff Smith from Faction Sales and Cam from Time Bomb. Shout out to them. They laced me up with some S shoes. Got the white XL Slims brand new. Stoked on that, so shout out to Time Bomb. Thank you guys. Always repping S, you already know that. But let's get into some of the tricks. To go back in the day here, Nathan Olikin, I'm pretty sure was in a Drift Stick Up Kids back in 2006. He did a nollie down this set. And speaking of Majam, which we talked about earlier, who did ollie over this thing, he also nollied the stairs too. A little bit of a hand touch on the ground, but it was still sick. Shout out to Alfonso Cecil, I hope I'm saying that right. Sent me the clip through Instagram DMs. He switch 180 this one back in the day. There was also a kickflip down the stairs. Shout out to the homie, he also sent this to me on Instagram as well. Kickflip is sick. I mean, this is not a small 10 stair by any means. Ben Davis, at the end of the one of the path montages that Sebastian Lyman made, he did front shove down this thing. Cody Brown, he did pop shove on this as well. That was in the Indoor Path 2 montage by Fast Motion. Seifa Benson, he fakey ollied this. Tupelo switch heeled this 10 stair. Shout out to Seifa Benson, he switch heeled this, as well as Aaron Gallus. Dude, legends. Both of those switch heels were so sick. Morgan Smith, in his Oriette part that he shares with Blinger and Thomas Morrison, he does tray flip down it. Jordache Bouchard, he had the sickest hard flip. The hard flip you already know is gonna be perfect because it's Jordache and he's done that trick down so many spots. It was the ride away into the wall. The way he crashes into the wall, like all G'd out, fucking mean mugs the wall after, and you got like a little Joey Boyce and all the homies there. Kirk Harriet's filming on his BlackBerry. Let's talk about the bust factor of this spot. It is indoor. You pretty much only come here in the winter time anyways to escape the cold. It is actually not too bad out today, but there is snow all over the ground, so we're covering all the indoor spots. There is security cameras all over the place, and they do come out. I remember back in the day, they mistook me for somebody else for ollieing the stairs, slipping out and putting a hole in the wall. And they came and took my board away from me. Never got the board back. I remember I was devastated because they were brand new Crux trucks that I was asking for Christmas for like a whole year. Finally got them. Came here 3 days later after Christmas. Yeah, they took my board and I never got it back. I know they actually also took TJ Rogers' board back in the day too. Shout out Big Rick, TJ's dad. He actually got his board back for him. So security would come in hot and they would take your shit. Luckily, you can go right out these doors, kind of like a safe spot, but sometimes they even blocked up those doors for us too. So back in those days, it was pretty hectic. That was around the mid 2000s, early 2010s. Like you've seen at the beginning of this video, Will Cohen fakey flipped this thing too, and he actually did it 2 times, which is absolutely insane. I think the first one he might have clipped his nose a little bit on the last stair, but that second one was perfect.
All right, thank you.
Fuck yeah.
So good?
Kevin Teo, he did backside big spin on this, and that was in the American Originals edit that Eric Valentic made. So shout out to Eric on the edit, and then shout out to Teo for that perfect backside big spin too.
I'm waiting to come erase your henchmen.
Two really good ones that played back to back in Oriette, where in the front section actually was Spencer Hamilton. He did switch pop shove on it, and he also switch flipped it too back in the day. This was around 2006, so this would have been around the winter of ending 2005 or leading into 2006, like those early winter months. Doing that back in those days is pretty fucking gnarly. We actually got a raw clip, but I don't think this made it into any edits or anything like that. Brandon Del Bianco, he nollie flipped this, a little bit of a hand touch, but that was sick. Binko was nollie flipping everything in those days. Shout out to Shubat for sending the clip on that as well. Some of the historical aspects of the building are actually kind of cool. The building was actually built in 1931, technically 1930, and then was finished completion in 1931. And this has now been restored since 2003. And that kind of makes sense to just when people started skating this spot as well, would have been just a little bit after that. It's actually a wedding event venue, which is pretty cool. So that's why it looks so like decorative and pretty. You got like the marble ground, the marble walls. Unfortunately, we don't have the clip for this one, but Warren Unjin, he frontside flipped this spot. We tried getting, to the bottom of where that clip could be located, but we weren't able to find it. We were asking around a whole bunch, and we even asked him ourselves, and he didn't know where it was anymore. So it did happen, but it's not online. And like we said, this is a shorter video. We're gonna end it off, and Dwayne Anderson Jr., dude's a legend. He did this for iPhone. He did it for Instagram. 2 iPhone clips, one by Jordan and one by the other homie, I think his name's Johnny. Dwayne did backside 360 down it, and it was flawless. I mean, it's Dwayne we're talking about. He can back 360 just about anything. Short, quick and easy, good spot, man. 10 stair, college 10. That's gonna wrap up this video. If you guys liked the video, hit the like button. I'm stoked to be doing these videos again, stoked to be back. Ryan will be in the future videos as well coming along, but subscribe to the channel for more. We're gonna head back out, we're gonna go skate. Hell yeah, peace.